I mean, right now it feels like the most reliable way to unlock people, because if you lose, you can just rematch them right away.
I mean, but if you're... I'm not saying you're bad at the game, but...
I'll fucking kill you! Welcome, listeners, and thank you for tuning into Those Nerds Over There. We are your hosts. I'm Alan.
And I'm Sal.
And joining us today, we have a special guest, is my roommate, Forrest.
Hey.
Unfortunately, Kazel couldn't be with us today, but longtime question submitter, Forrest. Thank you for joining us.
He now has a voice.
Yes, I am the wizard behind the curtain. I have come forward now.
Nice. But, for new listeners, we are a podcast where we take a part of nerd culture and talk about it passionately as nerds do. And I've been talking to you about this earlier, Sal, because I do feel like I was living under a rock as well. And a lot happened this week that just kind of seemed to... I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Was it Into the Spider-Verse came out? I think it was today as of this recording. The Video Game Awards happened, and I didn't hear anything about that until after. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's been my week has sucked, and I'd rather not get into that, so...
Oh, okay. Well then, how was your week, Forrest?
My week was also a little rocky. I felt really unplugged from a lot of my Nerdverse stuff. I didn't even hear about VGA Awards. That was super out of nowhere. And then the Into the Spider-Verse too. I thought I had my handles on everything Spider-Man, but no, not today.
We should go check that out.
Yeah, I really want to go see it. For some reason, I thought it came out at the end of the month, but that's Aquaman.
No, that's because I think it's set in like snowy air. Like I was thinking it was like the Christmas time movie, right? So I was waiting for it to come out at Christmas.
Right.
Spider-Man, the Christmas
December
movie.
8th, and it's already out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it was like Christmassy time too. I thought it was like the 27th or something. But I guess not. And then for the VGA Awards, I was excited for that. And I wake up, it happened last night, right? Or
yeah,
no,
I wake up,
was it 2 nights ago?
Was it? I don't.
It was some nights ago, but I wake up.
Yeah, it was 2 nights ago.
Okay, yeah, I wake up yesterday. Yeah, because that's when Joker got announced, and I wake up and I was like, VGA Awards, Joker got announced and stuff, and I was like, wait, what? And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I missed that. And I didn't even see any coverage on it, so
that's what I'm saying, man. None of my socials were throwing it out. I wasn't getting any ads for it. Were you guys around when they released voting opportunities?
No.
Did you vote on any of them?
Nuh-uh.
Okay. All I remember was voting for a couple games. I think I threw my hat in for not Fortnite, I think it was, yeah.
Well, Fortnite did win their category.
I know, yeah. Unfortunately to my demise on that one. And I think I threw it in for God of War in Detroit.
Okay.
For, story, what was it? Best game direction?
What was it? If this is even worth looking up right now.
Yeah. I didn't play God of War or, Spider-Man or, any of, the good games that supposedly came out except Red Dead. So I was like, I have no business throwing any hats into anywhere.
Oh, yeah, Detroit Becoming Human was in the same category as Red Dead for narrative.
Oh, wow. And wait, did Detroit take it for best narrative?
No.
Oh, no, Red Dead did. Really? All right. How many hours did you put in on that one, Sal?
I'm because I started playing it a couple weeks ago on stream.
Nice.
So I'm playing it weekly on stream. So I think I'm a good 10 hours in.
Wow.
Ooh.
But I'm so bad at those games, so I'm probably going at a much slower pace than I should be.
Yeah, there's no pace for video games. You enjoy it at your leisure.
Tell that to speedrunners.
That's their pace. They just happened, to be on heroin.
Drugs.
Yeah, they're just the athletic freaks of video games, that's all.
But I love GDQ.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this return of Obra Dinn?
No, what is that?
That was best art direction game. Never heard of this in my life.
Huh.
I'm just throwing names out there that won. Red Dead got best soundtrack too.
What is this game? It's a pirate game that's completely in sepia tone.
What is it called?
Return of Obra Dinn. I assume Obra Dinn is a pirate.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
Real whack.
Whoa, this looks nuts.
Dude, Red Dead took everything home, dude. They took sound design, score and music, sound design, and story.
Didn't take Game of the Year.
Well, yeah.
I feel like things like Red Dead get an advantage because they came out like so close to the awards.
Yeah.
And people have it like fresh in their mind.
Does that give them an advantage?
I think so.
I think so. I think that is typically talked about, especially in sporting events, when they're talking about like Rookie of the Year or like putting in ballots at the end of the year for MVPs. They typically talk about that as like a general buff for recency bias, and that's kind of the claim that they use for it.
That seems so weird to me, because I feel like a game that's been out longer has established itself more.
Yeah, but if it came out in like, I don't know, March, like, who's still playing it?
Was it Skyrim came out like, what, 5 years ago?
Stop. We can't talk about that anomaly as if it is all video games.
All right. All right.
But yeah, but like if you think about like games, I think of I feel like a game like Detroit would really benefit from something like a recency bias, because it's a game that I think you're gonna play through and then you're gonna be done with it, right? That's kind of the end of it, is when you finish the game.
Yeah.
Whereas a game like, maybe I think even Red Dead would have had a really good chance, even more so if it had been released earlier, because of the like massiveness of it, right? Just the sheer girth of that game.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. And then, so Avengers, like, I didn't even know it came out until you told me, hey, I'm doing Avengers, and I was like, why is he doing Avengers? And so I looked it up.
kind of, was it open up the curtains mid-show, huh?
Yeah.
They can give him a peek.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this one was surprising to me. I think I caught this one while I was on my way to work. I got the YouTube suggestion to watch Avengers Endgame. I don't think I got the inclination that we were going to get this trailer at all, like at the beginning of December, you know? I think most people expected this to happen a couple weeks ago or something. There was a big event, right? That people were expecting the next Avengers trailer to come out on.
Was there?
I swear there was something that had happened in the superhero verse. I can't remember what it was that happened a couple weeks ago. But
I mean, the Captain Marvel trailer came out too. Was
yeah.
Anything to do with that? Or
Yeah.
No. Can't remember what it was.
Well, whatever it is, we got it. And should we address our first false god?
Yes.
All right. So typically we like to start the show with a question that listeners submit, like Forrest has submitted a few times over, and we place them in this jar and we draw them out. So let's see what today's is. All right. Okay. Do I even have one for this? So this one was one I'd written sometime at the beginning, where it's favorite webcomic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Webcomic.
All right, yeah, I have one.
I don't even think I Do I read webcomics?
Do you? I'd be surprised if you didn't. Well, I guess then should I go first while you think if you've ever consumed a webcomic?
Do you want to use that one? I'm feeling kind of iffy about whether or not I'm passionate enough to talk about a webcomic I like.
All right, then I can redraw, but I just want to throw it out there. What was it? Daughter of the Lilies. If you love, kind of fantasy and D&D kind of stories, go check out that webcomic. It's amazing and the art's great.
I've never even heard of it.
Daughter of the Lilies.
Yeah, no, I don't even think I read webcomics. What is this untouched space?
Explore it. Webcomics are great.
I just want to say thank you real fast to Forrest. I believe you're the one that submitted the waifu question.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh yes.
That was such a delight. It's so wonderful. Experience Alan uncomfortable.
I'll destroy you.
I'm glad that one hit off. I really like that. That was one of my favorite questions I came up with.
Well, then I'll like to thank you again, Forrest, because I've drawn one of yours.
All right.
All right, so this one comes from you, Forrest. Which comic book hero would you take fashion advice from?
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I think right away I would want to start categorizing superheroes with ones who had made their own costume up in the top section, because those ones are already going to have a really good understanding of fabric and textures and qualities that people, I don't know, like symbiotes aren't really going to understand, right?
Right.
I might not be looking to Carnage for that kind of advice.
But then you would, you have people who are Wonder Woman, and they didn't make their outfits; they just got them.
That's true.
But you'd still take her advice, you feel?
No, I don't think I do. Her colors are a little too vibrant for me. I don't think they work on me.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, a lot of characters had their costumes kind of made for them.
That's true. I think a lot of them, at least in the Spider. Well,
yeah, and then
I'm trying to think of superhero fashion. All I can think about is right now Superman and Batman with their fucking underwear on the outside.
Okay. Here's a definite staple though, especially if you're into greasers or you ride a motorcycle, is that you are definitely going to be asking Wolverine best leather jacket options or best jean options.
Well, but hold on.
Yeah.
Because we have to look at Wolverine's actual X-Men costume, which is that all yellow thing.
That garbage costume.
Right, but I mean, you've seen Wolverine. You don't know, he doesn't have that much autonomy within the X-Men, right? He's kind of there. He's part of the deal, but he's not part of the deal at the same time.
That's true.
I don't. So, and what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if Xavier is put on the costume or leave.
Oh my god.
I'm not accusing him of anything, but who in their right mind would wear that?
What superhero has good fashion?
A Black Panther.
Oh yeah, actually,
that is pretty.
That's a very good
whole
costume.
Wardrobe of that happens within Wakanda is pretty incredible.
That is true.
No, yeah, I think I would go with anything that Shuri makes. That was all really cool, that sequence in the movie.
What about Doctor Strange?
No joke, I'm pretty into capes, so
he just gives you a bunch of magical items.
I already walk around in my pajamas all day, Sal.
Well, there you go.
He's kind of big on gems, though. I don't know how I feel about necklaces and other jewelry with large rocks.
I'm fine with them.
Alan, what do you think?
No, definitely, I don't accessorize at all. No.
That's why you need his advice.
Yeah.
I don't think I trust his advice. And I can't grow a beard as magnificent as his.
You can with magic.
Oh, if only Sal.
It's like not even magic can help this.
I mean, maybe I'll just listen to the Hulk and wear shorts.
What about like Superboy? He wears like a shirt and pants. I can dig that.
Yeah.
Just real casual.
Yeah.
Shirt, pants, combat boots, whatever.
It's like, hey, I need some advice. It's like, hey, just wear a shirt and pants. And I was like, you know what? You have the right idea.
Superboy is the one who always went to work like dressed down hella hard, and his manager was always like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry, we can't keep doing this every Friday. It's not Jean Friday."
Every day isn't casual Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Superboy.
I like Superboy.
I feel like, yeah, like Black Panther is like the best one that's I think so far.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw a curveball on you. I'm gonna hit
Oh.
you with the Bruce Wayne. I guess you would say Batman. I mean, but I appreciate Bruce Wayne's sense of class. While he is rather elitist about the way he dresses, the dude wears he's got some mad tux game. I'll say
Just
that.
very debonair, like debonair Jace, except
True.
black.
Yeah.
True, and like even if he didn't design the costume, he probably had an idea and like, hey, this is what I want it to look like. So,
But you would take...
Yeah.
I mean, okay, like fashion advice from Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I mean, he's seen the upper echelons of wealth. He's going to know exactly what I'm going to look best in, right?
But
Yeah,
fashion
he-
advice from Batman?
I mean, how to be the ultimate edgelord.
Oh,
There you
God. Return to your YA novel from whence you came.
Just because you don't get me, Alan. I get
I
it.
know, right?
Oh my god. I feel like what I got from this is like there's so much bad superhero fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, it all looks cool in the context of comics, but in real life,
Yeah, if you saw someone walking around dressed in like Superman's outfit and it's not Halloween.
right? It's like, oh, are you going to a convention? No, this is just how I dress.
This is who I am.
It's like, all right, man, you do you. I got pink hair.
Is there any comic book heroes you would just dress up as? Like, casually?
No, not really.
Yeah, I can't think of one either.
Other than like maybe like a downplayed version of what they dress up as.
Oh, what's the guy who does Freezy stuff? The frozen guy from Injustice 2.
Dr. Freeze? And
Dr. Freeze?
or-
He's literally just
wait.
wearing a parka.
Oh, no, that's...
I mean, which is
no.
not bad.
No, that's not Dr. Freeze is the alternate skin. That's whoever Leonard Snart is.
Yeah, Snart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. He's just wearing a parka and some snow gear. It's not too egregious, really.
Okay, that works up here for us in Seattle, but remember, me and Sal are from the desert.
Yeah, okay. I understand. It gets cold there, right? At night? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, at night, but you don't want that in the morning.
No.
All right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Comic artist. I would love some fashion I could wear every day.
Yeah, could we get that in the next edition?
Oh, you know what? I mean, I don't know what the original Star-Lord looked like.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of
Yeah,
that.
but
yeah.
like
That's good,
yeah,
though.
that's a good look.
That is a good look. That's something you can just dress up as every day, minus the mask, but
I mean, I'll do the mask too. I just like that look.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a good look.
that is good. All right, well, that's
Yeah.
that would have been a good question for Kazel.
Was it? Oh, I was gonna have her reply to the tweet.
Nice.
But thank you, Nut Jar, and thank you, Forrest, for feeding
Yeah.
the Nut Jar.
Yeah,
Happy
Karen, get that question to Kazel.
Now let's address the wheel. And spinning. Oh my goodness. Well, it's a good thing you said mine first, Sal.
Hey,
Because it's me.
see, the wheel knows all.
Thank you, Wheel. Your all-knowing power.
So what?
Praise
did
the
you
wheel.
get
Praise the
excited about?
Wow, Sal, I got excited about Avengers Endgame.
You don't say.
Oh, ooh. So, you guys saw. So, yeah, I know you guys saw the trailer, but we finally know that Avengers Part 4. We don't have to keep calling it that. It's called Avengers Endgame, and the release, all we have is a month, and it is April with the A as the Avengers logo. So
I felt like they just took that opportunity. They're like, it has to be April.
yeah, you know what? It's like Hallmark. You got to rebrand all your calendars.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. April is now going to be Avengers month, probably, right?
I mean, I hope that definitely gives me like shit to do during my birthday.
Yeah, mine too.
Hey.
You guys are both. Wait, Sal, when's your birthday?
April 8th.
Oh, you Aries, you goats. No, you're not a goat, you're a ram. Sorry.
Thank you, Forrest.
Go ahead.
But I remember the first Avengers was like super hype. And I like look at this trailer now, I'm like, holy shit. Like the tone. What happened?
The tone.
Yeah. Like we literally start out the trailer with like Tony Stark saying his goodbye message to Pepper Potts and like, I'm gonna die and I want you to know that you're the last thing I thought about when I died.
No more is an awesome, cool superhero team up because all your favorite heroes are now dead.
Yeah. Okay, we see Chris Evans crying in the next scene and Black Widow narrating that like, holy shit, half of all living creatures are now dead because Thanos did it.
Yep.
I'm just like, what are they gonna do?
Do we get any like any images of Thanos himself?
You get his hand passing the grass in like the gladiator-esque scene of like touching the wheat.
Right, I remember the gladiator thing, but not the other. I mean, okay.
No, yeah, so we get to see him, he's doing something, but apparently Cap and Black Widow have a plan. Because they're like, oh, if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And returning, this was a shock to me, returning to the film, we have Hawkeye.
Yeah.
How's that a shock?
He wasn't in the last movie, and they just kind of wrote him off like, oh, he's with his family now. And it's just like,
yeah, but like
half of all people died.
Yeah.
But he's in like Tokyo or something.
I don't know. He's a
cyber ninja stuff now, I guess.
Yeah, he's got a katana and he cuts himself with it or something, and then he looks backwards and he's sad.
Dusting the blood off of his blade. He's cleaning his blade.
So I guess we can assume
he's
his family
upgraded
got
from
baked.
arrows.
Yeah. We've come a long way from the first movie, man. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Tonally at all, like kind of jokey, campy Avengers first movie. We're fighting a big group of aliens. It's kind of silly. To like, oh boy, everything you ever loved is gone.
Jesus. In the overview, like, good God.
Which is, I think, a good thing because I've been getting, like, personally tired of the Marvel movies and their whole campy nature.
Mm-hmm.
So when I've seen it, the first Infinity War, like, I was like, yes, this is what I want.
Oh my goodness, Sal, you agent of chaos.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta throw my hat in there too. I appreciate the grittiness that they're finally bringing to it. I think the campiness, along with the formula nature of their movies, they've made it a little bit more dry as it's gone along with each new film coming out. And so to have a landmark like this new Avengers coming out, I feel like that's pushing it in the right direction that they and I really want.
Do you think it's the... Well, okay, I'm just thinking, like, it can't be just the grittiness alone that's making it good. Because, like, all DC movies are super gritty.
I mean, Dark Knight is not, like, one of the greatest superhero movies of all time or anything, but...
Well...
I was like, sarcasm? Hopefully?
I still haven't seen The Dark Knight.
You haven't seen it?
I think I've only
seen
seen
you.
lots, but we're not going to get into that. That's a different
surprising.
podcast.
Oh, I think we pause right now when we start watching Dark Knight, right? I think that's how that works.
Oh God. Kind of
Yeah, that
chain me
like
to the
3-hour
couch.
movie.
Yeah.
3 hours?
Listen,
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah, I think it's
it's
3 hours.
good the whole way through.
1 hour into an Avengers movie, and I'm like fidgeting in my chair already.
Oh my God.
You can't keep me sat down, yo.
You can watch this in the comfort of your home.
If I'm in the comfort of my home, I'm asleep. But sorry, back to Avengers Endgame.
So what's this post after like the show of the logo? We've got like a guy yelling from a truck. Who is it?
Huh?
Oh, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's
That's
not
what it
all
was.
gritty. We've got Ant-Man. He survived. So
the one funny person is left.
I love Paul Rudd.
He's great.
Did
He's
either of you
great.
actually see Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yes.
Okay. So then, did you? I'm guessing you stay for. Of course, you stay for the after credit scene.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, need a confirmation. Was it? That's like just baked into our movie watching culture now. Where you stay,
Yeah.
you watch the credits, and then you wait for an after credit scene.
Yeah, and I hate that because I'll do that with a movie, and I'm like, I know there's nothing after this movie, but there might be.
Was it? Spoilers for the Wreck-It Ralph 2 movie.
Oh my God, I didn't stay.
Well, good, because they rickrolled you.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's great.
Was it Patton Oswalt does a rick roll on you?
Nice. I would have liked that though. I thought that movie was fantastic.
Very good movie. But yeah, it's not all gritty because we got Ant-Man at the end of Ant-Man the Wasp. He got stuck in the quantum realm. We don't know how he gets out. Yeah, so we're gonna get to find out.
Either that's how he survived, or he just happened to be lucky enough to survive.
I think maybe it had something to do with being in the quantum realm.
Right. That's what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
What excuse my ignorance, but I don't really know what the quantum realm is. What's going on in there? Are there parties?
That was just like where do you remember in the first movie where he shrunk down so much?
Yeah.
And so that was a quantum realm. It's just subatomic.
Oh, just like okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it's
He's
mostly
living
just
with the quarks.
suffering. Yeah. There are no parties to be had.
I think you got that confused with our realm.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang
I
it.
may have missed that one.
But
So he's booping around with a bunch of quarks and subatomic particles, and guess he makes it out. Looks
Yep.
like.
But one person we didn't see that I really wanted to see in the trailer was Rocket.
Oh, yeah, Rocket's still alive, huh?
Yeah. And I'm just like, come on, Bradley Cooper. Where you at?
We saw Nebula,
We did.
which is weird.
Yeah.
In like the most silhouette way possible.
I know. I was like, oh, yeah, you exist.
I mean, I'm comfortable with that. I would like to know more about Nebula.
Yeah, she's fine.
And if Gamora actually died.
There's no way Gamora actually died.
Because, like, that was the most throwaway death ever.
Yeah, I'm calling it. There's no way Gamora actually died. Even though, technically, there's no way most of them died. So...
But wait, what do you mean most of them?
Well,
Yeah,
because...
no, that's what I'm saying too, right? Like, there's no way they would have killed off the entire cast like
Well,
that.
they're definitely going to bring them back through some kind of time travel or some other magic or something. But someone is definitely going to stay dead. I just don't know
Okay.
who it is.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
like, I was going to say, I don't think I'm comfortable with, like, everyone coming back. Like, death means something.
You're gonna feel betrayed by Marvel Studios if they bring it back.
Oh, well, I'm sure if they do end up bringing people back, it'll be done well.
Yeah. So, funny enough, on the trailer, like, the first comment I seen...
Oh? Yes?
It's like, nothing about, oh man, this trailer is good. It's like, what did you do to Captain America's beard?
Oh, okay. Hold up. Like, I'm sorry, Chris Evans. I love your Twitter. I don't actually think Captain America looked very good with a beard.
Oof.
Oof.
And this is someone who follows the beard subreddit religiously.
Oof.
Isn't like being clean cut kind of part of his character too?
Yes.
Like he's very morally clean cut, so it seems that his physical appearance should follow.
Yeah.
Was he? Because that was an interesting in Civil War, I would have put him not in the lawful good, but more in the chaotic good.
He's supposed to be.
Wait, what exactly puts him in the chaos category for you, Alan?
Because he didn't want to sign the Sokovia Accords.
Right. Okay, I could see that. Yeah,
just like the denial of the law.
Of the law, yeah. That's fair. I'll go with that. That's a weird turn. But that is a turn that his character does make. But that turn itself was surprising for me, even when I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, Avengers Endgame, April.
Yes. Endgame. I was really hoping they would just troll the heck out of us and be like, it's just Avengers 4.
I mean, oh my god.
I would have loved the backlash from that.
You chaos. All right. The wheel hungers for Forrest.
All right.
What'd you get excited about this week?
This week I got super stoked about the Tekken World Tour finals that happened in Amsterdam of all places.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they had the finish to their Tekken World Tour, which is their series that they do across the world, featured in like Colombia and plenty of other places they take all of their best players and they take them around the world and they have them duke it out to the best. But this was the finals, and this was perhaps the most, I wouldn't say lopsided, but it was a game of duality, really. It was a player who uses the top tier, S+ tier character, Devil Jin, versus the bear player. Somebody who literally uses the meme character of the game that is Heihachi's pets that are bears.
Wait. Who won?
The bear player won.
What the fuck?
Losers bracket went from losers bracket all the way up, flipped the whole tournament on its head, and reverse swept the incumbent winner, S-tier player Q-Dance.
What kind of Disney underdog movie happened?
It was literally watching a panda bear fight a demon. That is what the finals was.
Wow.
It was pretty incredible.
That sounds
my
pretty
god.
incredible.
Yeah. Historically unprecedented. Like, this is the first time a bear player has ever won the Tekken World Tour finals like that. It's unheard of.
So wait, for the tournament, and the way that I guess I'm hearing this, people have to lock in their like person before?
No. So that's what's kind of funny too, right? Is this guy he's a bear player. He's very passionate about his bears. They're mindless, godless killing machines. But you can change it throughout the tournament. So when he initially fought another Devil Jin player, he was trying out other characters against it because he didn't feel comfortable with that matchup against Devil Jin, right? This S-tier godlike character who's dominated almost every tournament, basically.
Right, you need that counter pocket pick.
Exactly. So he went through his litany, right? He went through like Fang and Geese, who was a King of Fighters character who they brought in, and it to no avail. Dude just got completely wrecked by this other Devil Jin player. But he so he gets dropped into loser's bracket from there, and then just sticks to his panda. He plays immaculately. Best Tekken we've probably seen in a Tekken World Tour before, because
he played bear throughout the entire rest of the losers bracket.
The whole rest of the losers bracket, he was a bear. He turned into the bear. But fundamentally, it was really incredible to see him win, because he didn't win with a lot of kind of gimmicky pressure tools that a lot of other top tier characters can use. He strictly won by using fundamentals and knowledge of the game. Wow. So,
what is this player's name?
Rangchu. He's from Furson Esports, but his name is Rangchu. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, are there esports like teams, or are these just like single people signed on to like esports companies?
Oh yeah. So there is teams. So there's like Echo Fox has a team, Furson has a team, Yamasa has a team. Yamasa, you probably know, they're like the goofy big frogs. That's kind of their like their icon.
Sorry, the only goofy big frog I know is Lucio.
But yeah, so the Echo Fox, specifically in like the esports world, especially with their fighting games, were like downsizing really heavily this year. It was really sad. They cut two of the top players, Saint and JDCR, from their Tekken team. They cut their Smash player, and they cut another player from their, I can't remember what other fighting game it was, but basically they're doing a huge rehaul, unfortunately, and I think Echo Fox is kind of out of the fighting game community.
What was the what was the need for the cutting down?
Oh boy, there's a lot of things that I've heard about it, and I'm not sure I'm comfortable saying about exactly, but I know that it's a lot of poor management from what I understood.
Ah, dang.
It especially was happening a lot in their League of Legends esports team as well, where people just weren't feeling like they were being treated well at the house. So a lot of people ended up leaving the team, and that whole team got restructured as well.
Well, I hope these new players find new homes.
Yeah, me too. So, with the Tekken World Tour finishing, right before Top 8, they made, Harada came out. He's the creator of Tekken, the god of Tekken. He came out and he announced the final upcoming characters for the game.
Final, like there's no more?
So,
oh.
This, weirdly enough, this is, I think, one of the first time a Tekken has really ever done this before. This is a game that we're almost on 5 years right now of playing Tekken 7. Right? This is almost a 5-year-old game.
It's been 5 years?
Almost 5 years. It's like 4 years and then some change, right?
Where
we're coming up on 5 years, which is insane. Half a decade long, this game has been competitive and stayed in the esports scene and dominated like the Twitch, like the streamer sphere. It's kind of crazy for a game to ever do that, really, like a fighting game like that. So they came out with the announcement last year that they were going to have Negan as one of the playable characters.
That was actually something I got excited about.
Yeah. What?
Negan? Yeah.
Of all people, like Walking Dead making this crossover jump into
it's so weird. Games. It's cool. I love it.
So weird. Yeah, it's so weird, but it's cool because he's a cool character too, right? I think a lot of people really like him.
I don't know if I like his character. I think that, Jeffrey Dean Morgan does an amazing job of acting like a sociopath.
All right, that's fair. If you don't want to say you're a Negan lover, I understand. We keep our secrets to ourselves. Okay. But so he got announced, and they had two of the characters who were legacy characters that were announced, which is basically there was going to be 5 legacy characters that were announced. They finally announced the last 3, and we got Armor King, Marduk, and Julia Chang. And for all who don't know, King is the Jaguar mask wearing character.
Oh, I know this. Wait, he wasn't in it?
King was in it. King himself was in it. He's been in the game. And he took a lot of moves from Armor King from the last games. Now we have Armor King, who is this literally armor clad, like has pauldrons, has like knee pads of steel. He's literally King, who's just wearing armor and a dark Jaguar mask.
Interesting.
Are they the same person?
They are not the same person. This is where it gets really weird. So King opened up an orphanage in the lore. He opened up an orphanage, right? And he is, that's why he does the Tekken World Tour, is to win money for his orphanage. It's actually the most like warm-hearted character in Tekken. Armor King is his friend. And when King had lost one of the orphans that he was taking care of had died, and he fell into a deep, deep depression. And Armor King came and found his friend King, drunk out of his mind, suffering from the spiral basically, and helped him out of his depression. But it was unfortunately Armor King was killed in a bar fight in Arizona, of all places.
Fuck?
And then you come to the next game, and Armor King is suddenly alive again, and we don't know why, but they try to figure it out, and Marduk, who had killed Armor King, goes to the grave of the person who he had killed, right, in that Arizona bar fight. It is definitely Armor King, digs up the grave, pulls him out, and then he looks behind him, and the other Armor King is behind him. And then, boom, we get the reveal. Oh my god, there was 2 Armor Kings the whole time.
What the hell?
And it was his brother. Yeah, I guess that's how that works. Okay.
Was there any, like, prior information that he had a brother? Or is this just fucking out
Nope.
of nowhere? Okay.
Nope, just out of nowhere. Hilariously enough, there is a scene where King drops his picture with Armor King onto the ground, and it does that, like, movie trope of, like, the photo case breaks, and you see behind the glass that there's 2 photos, and the photo behind the original photo is 2 Armor Kings. So, I don't know. I guess it was there.
That's so strange.
It's good lore. It's well-written lore is how I would put it.
It's crazy to me that this game has this kind of in-depth lore.
Yeah,
Oh my
like,
God.
I didn't even know this game had, like, any, like, lore past, like, oh, they're just fighting.
This is what it's all about. Yeah, it's all centered around the Tekken. It's the world, what is it, Iron Fist tournament?
Yeah, the King of Iron Fist.
King of Iron Fist tournament. Yeah, so there's that. So there's Armor King. I'm going to skip over Marduk. I don't know anything about him except he's a big pro wrestler. But the big one that everybody was getting crazy about all over the subreddits and the forums is Julia Chang coming back. Because her release was her coming out and with her phone saying, "Oh, the live stream is starting. Are you ready to start?"
What?
As if now Julia Chang is no longer like the Native American environmentalist that she was before. Now she is a Twitch streamer.
Okay.
Weird. She kind of like, she still has like a deforestation shirt
What was
on.
the character arc?
There isn't any. It's so weird. Julia was she's an archaeologist, like following in her mother's footsteps. And she was like really trying to stop deforestation. I think they were really trying to hit on like the 90s era revival of environmentalism and kind of hippie culture in general. And so they made her an environmentalist, and they also made her Native American, but they like whitewashed her hella hard. So she doesn't look like visibly Native American, but she like wears the garb, which then we're getting into some weird questions of like what would you call that? It is like whitewashing pretty much. But it's this kind of weird character, but now they want her to be a Twitch streamer. So this is like the second Twitch streaming character. Like Diva is one, right, too?
Oh, I thought you meant like second
Not
in
in Tekken.
Tekken.
I meant
Oh
in
my
the
God.
meta. Oh god, no. Like in the gaming meta, the only other Twitch streaming character I can think of is like Diva.
Right.
Yeah. That's
That-
yeah.
That's so... like,
Meta.
I need more context. It makes me want to like look into this game.
Oh, you've done it. You've done it, Forrest. You've got someone interested in Tekken.
It's a whole swath. It's really interesting, but yeah, a lot of people love Julia. She has a huge fan base. One of the old Julia players like ran up to Harada while he was making the announcement and like almost strangle hugged him. He
What the
was so
fuck?
happy that he got his character back for this
Wow.
game.
Was there no
Yeah.
barrier?
No, not at all. I mean, he was a player, so like, you know, I don't know. I guess it's cool. Tekken's a small community.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, that was what I was big stoked about. We're still waiting on Negan too. When Negan comes out, we're all gonna lose our shit, I'm sure.
I just watched his prior to us recording. I just watched his gameplay trailer because I remember. Oh my god, Negan! I'm just like they recreated.
So wait, is he using the baseball bat from what you saw?
Yeah, he's using Lucille and his the trailer was cool because they recreated the scene where spoiler he killed Glenn.
Wow.
I'm just like, whoa. And it's just like they've got all the Tekken people lined up, and he starts like beating the shit out of them with Lucille.
And they're coming out with the stage too, right? They're coming out with the advanced stage, so that's a playable stage now.
Is it? Okay, so I don't really like arcade style fighters because I don't like competitive gaming. But how easy is it to get into Tekken?
Impossible.
Okay.
A near impossible.
Dang
I hate the game for its lack of accessibility. I think that is one of the biggest problems with it as a game. Like, the most glaring problem with the game is that they don't have a decent tutorial for the game, right?
Jeez, okay.
There actually is no tutorial for the game. That's what's crazy. Like, they have move lists that you can look at, but that's it. They don't walk you through fundamentals.
Basic, like walking into an arcade and seeing the like move list on the thing and just throwing you in it.
That's it. That's all they give you, and that's honestly the worst part about the game, and that's why it's such a small fan base too.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
It is. It takes hours to like feel like you're having fun, right? So
yeah,
that's what sucks about it. It's kind of a bummer.
Well, I mean, then I may not play it, but the story sounds whack, and I love it.
Yeah, it's like less interested, but still interesting.
Like, I think the only thing I knew prior was like something about Jin and his mommy issues or something.
He's got plenty of them, I'll tell you that. It's never even solved, really, because Kazuya's his dad, but they don't really bring it back. He does have his grandma in this game now, but...
His grandma?
Yeah, his grandma's now a playable character, which is kind of cool. Heihachi's wife.
Because why not?
Because why not? So when do these final DLC characters drop, Forrest?
They haven't given us a date, unfortunately. Like all good things, we never know.
Wow, edge of our seats.
Really is. So we got Armor King and Marduk the day after the tournament, which was a big deal, and we got that. But they still have not told us when we'll get Julia or Negan.
All right, well, I mean, I'll be really excited when Negan comes out.
Yeah.
So then, another fighting game. In other fighting game news, Sal.
Yay!
What'd you get excited about?
So, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out December 7th, which is last night, day of this recording. And, well, yeah, it's Super Smash Bros. There's not much else you can say about how hyped a game can be. Like, the hype around this game has been so great. Like, it's gotten Alan to buy it.
I succumbed. Despite being cash poor, I succumbed. I guess I'll bring this up now. They showed the trailer that Joker from Persona 5 is being added, and I succumbed, and I bought the game.
Yeah. Like, so they announced Joker, and I was just like, okay, so anybody can be announced at this point.
Can we get Negan and Smash?
Yeah, no one is safe.
So I was like, because everyone's like, let me get Goku, let me get Sora. I was like, that's never gonna happen. And then Joker gets announced. I was like, all right, anything can happen.
So you got it day of?
I pre-purchased it.
Did you have a physical copy then?
No, I bought the digital copy.
All right. So how has it been for you?
It's been fine. I think I hyped up the story mode too much for myself.
What happened?
Because, well, I just thought it was going to be this, like, epic thing, but it is, like, so what you do is go around as Kirby and find your, like, other Smashers, and you have to save them, and you're fighting all these spirit characters that are possessing, the other Smash fighters. And that's all you're doing is you're fighting a character or characters on a stage with like different like stage hazards or like circumstances, items. And so it's just like so repetitive that I don't care for it that much because it feels like the events in like the last games, like last iterations of the games, the event matches, which were their like own separate thing, and like I was hoping for something more like the Subspace Emissary from Brawl.
Right. I think a lot of people were thinking something like that was going to happen. But
yeah.
I've really been liking the adventure mode.
Have you?
I have. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's like collecting stickers.
Yeah, I mean, I do like collecting stickers, and I'll like use stickers that suck just because I like them. So, but I don't know. It's just you always have it's like even winning isn't, or at least from what I've played, how you win isn't even different. Like you always just have to defeat the character. You don't have to like time them out or like do any special thing. You just have to kill them with stamina or knock them off the stage. And so I don't think they like aren't being as creative. And I haven't even run into like a boss battle yet, which kind of sucks.
I mean, they're definitely there.
Do you feel like it suffers from the same problems that like previous story modes for Smash has before, where it just feels kind of like you're mindlessly running through and just murdering without much I don't know if challenge is the right word for it, but I think what you were getting at, that it was like uncreative ways of murdering, basically, right?
Yeah. I mean, but I guess that's just me. So
I feel like it's fairly creative because, like, for example, I've just got this one stage where it's fucking, I think it was villager annoying little shit, and it just constantly, and they're tiny, so they're like fast and hard to hit, and you've got soccer balls constantly spawning, so you have to use the soccer balls to kill these little fuckers, otherwise they'll just like just kill you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. I don't know. You didn't play Smash 4 though, right?
I didn't. So I am coming in like a little like,
yeah, so you're coming in like pretty fresh, where a lot of the stuff from Smash 4 are present in this game. And so a lot of like the challenges and stuff in Smash 4 were very similar. So yeah, I guess it just feels like samey. And the classic mode in this game, which is the mode where you pick a character and you go through like all the stages until you get to like the boss or master hand and defeat him.
Mm-hmm.
That actually was more fun for me than the adventure mode.
Huh.
So, because like each character has their own like classic mode where they go against certain characters depending on who you are.
Yeah.
And then like the final boss is like someone that they would go up against. It's not just the master hand.
Ooh, like a lore matchup. A lore
battle.
battle.
So like I played the Kirby one, and like the end character was Marks, if you have any idea who that is.
Isn't that one of the eyeball things?
It's like one of the like weird like creepy demon characters. But he was super fun to play against, and I actually really liked it. And they have this thing where you pick your difficulty, and then like as you progress, the difficulty goes up. And if you lose, then the difficulty goes down, and you can keep going, but it'll go down.
Some dynamic adjustment.
Yeah. And your points reflect on how well you can keep it up while like maintaining the difficulty and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a lot more fun than the adventure mode, but I don't know, maybe I haven't gotten like far enough into the adventure mode to like it.
Well, I don't think it changes all too much, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I heard like the adventure mode is like 40 hours.
Holy.
Wow.
Of like that same thing.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, other than the adventure mode, like, the game is great. Like, over 70 characters, like, there's no way you don't have one of your favorite characters in this game. And Smash does, like, a really good, like, balancing where, like, a lot more characters are viable than, like, other fighting games where there's usually a lot, like, less people at the top of the tier lists if you're going competitive, which I really like. And Smash is just like way more accessible than every other fighting game. So
yeah,
it's probably the only one I'll actually play.
Yeah.
But
Have you tried any of the new characters at all? Like the big announcement characters, Piranha Plant or
Piranha Plant's not out yet.
Fire Grappling Kitty? I don't know what that one is.
Incineroar. I haven't unlocked Incineroar yet.
Is Piranha Plant a DLC?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's given away free, like whoever pre-purchased it or purchased it early enough, something like that.
It's like registered before January 7th or something. So like if you have a physical copy, you have to go to the Nintendo Rewards and register it. But digital copies automatically like that.
Did you go out and buy your physical copy, both of you?
Nope.
I did not.
Okay. I was just curious, like, if there was any, like, GameStop or, like, Walmart hype that people were just, like, getting super amped at the store.
Oh, I'm sure there's GameStop hype. They give you, like, free shit when you buy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I didn't want to deal with any of it. So I was like, I'm just going to download this on my Switch. So, which I didn't even think it would be that big of a file. I don't know why I didn't think that, but...
Dude.
Do you know how long did you wait? Was it just like an hour or something?
It downloaded overnight, but like I looked in the morning and I was like, I have no space on my Switch anymore. And I was like, need to get an SD card.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, like game is like great. It feels a lot faster than the last game, which people complain about a lot since Melee.
Oh, absolutely.
It feels so freaking fast.
Smash 4 is such a slow game. It's such a defensive game. It's really like, it's super slow. It's
fine. Like I like Smash 4 for what it is. So, but this game definitely bumps it up a little bit, not too much though, because it's still trying to like. Masahiro Sakurai just does not want to go back to Melee, which is pretty understandable, but you know. and then, like they added a bunch of new modes, like the Squad Strike is really cool, where you like kind of pick a team, like say if you're playing like Dragon Ball Fighters. Yeah, so you pick a team of like 3 or 5, and then you're like fighting out those teams. And once one dies, the next comes in.
Oh.
You can't...
Oh, that's way more fun. That's like what Team Battle should feel like.
It's like Marvel versus Capcom kind of thing.
Unfortunately, you can't like tag out. That would be cool if there was some kind of mechanic. No.
Oh, never mind then.
You have to like wait until they die. Or at least I haven't figured it out if you could. But that would be cool if they added that. But that's cool. And they added a couple new game modes. And the like layout of the UI is a lot better. They took a lot of notes from Persona for that, so and then like they have stage transitions and like they have a smash meter now.
The stage morph looks so fucking cool in the trailer.
Yeah, it's really great. And so it's an overall good game. It's very reminiscent of Smash 4 though, so if you didn't like that game, then I don't know how much you'll like this one. It like once you get used to the better combat system, I think it's definitely better overall. But it still has that same like feel to it. So, and then like the online is a bit different for the worse. But that's
for the worse.
Yeah, really? You have to. It's now premium subscription internet service.
Really?
Yeah, I started my 7-day.
Nintendo!
I started my 7-day free trial already.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a stupid service now, which doesn't make any sense because it's like kind of worthless. Luckily, it's like super cheap. It's $20 for a year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like,
still.
Still, yeah.
Like, what? We're not really getting anything with it, you know? It's like...
Yeah. I mean, you get that little...
The app.
No, not the app.
Such disdain. The app.
You get that little, like, program thing where you can play retro NES games and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like... but not just the online, just in general. Like, the online for Smash is kind of worse. Because before they had this thing, like, you would go online and then you'd pick for fun or for glory. And if you pick for glory, then they would like match you with people playing like Final Destination, stocks, like no items, right? And then if you played for fun, then they would add items and all these wacky things. Well, now you go into a game and you pick your like preferred rule set, and then they try to match you up with someone with your preferred rule set.
Ew, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. And the problem with that is they try to match you up with someone that's close to you.
Oh.
So if someone
for ping.
Yeah, if someone is far away and has your preferred rule set and someone is close but doesn't, they'll give you the person that doesn't have your preferred rule set cuz they're closer. So
interesting. This sounds like they didn't want to decide on like a competitive ruling for rules, and they just wanted to leave it up in the air for the players to decide.
Yeah, so that kind of sucks, but they do have this like arena little thing where you can make your own like rooms, and you can invite people to the room and fight with them and have your own rules in them. So I mean, it's way better for that.
I will say that I think the ping is an issue because I was playing, at least it was for me, I was just playing with people in Las Vegas, and there was moments of just like stuttering.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of Nintendo. Their online always kind of sucks. So,
well, I hope paying for it improves it.
Right? But I guess that's just, we're going to have to see. And definitely, like, do you have a wired connection?
Actually, I don't. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, that would probably help. I don't. And I know that always messes me up.
But quick. What are your go-to Smash characters?
So my go-tos, I'm trying to become like a Pichu main right now.
Huh?
I love Pichu. She's like my favorite character. I remember in Melee, she was the character that you love beating people with because you know she sucked.
Fucking BM Lord.
Yes. But yeah, I love Pichu, and I love the idea of like having like this disadvantage where you're hurting yourself. And so when Smash 4 came along and there was this Smash ballot and everyone's like, vote for who you want to be in the game, and I voted for Pichu. I was like, add Pichu in the game. There's this mechanic in the game called Rage, where your damage and knockback increases depending on how much damage you've taken. And so that, I feel like that makes perfect sense to the character because she damages herself.
Oh, interesting.
So I was like, add Pichu to Smash 4. But they never did. So when they added to Smash Ultimate, I was like, yes, I'm going to be a Pichu main for life.
Is that mechanic still in Smash Ultimate?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
So, yeah, like, I think it might change for every character, but I think it's like above like 100% threshold or something. Your character will kind of start like glowing-ish and have this like little puff of smoke by them, and that's how you know you have rage.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, depending on how much damage you have, like that, your rage goes up. So if you're at like 200%, then you have like max rage. So
all right, Forrest.
I used to be a big Roy player in the Melee era. Big fan of Roy. And then I started getting more into Fox. Because I'm hella vanilla. And I like Fox a lot. He's cool. But I really found my footing when I started playing Mario, and I didn't want to admit to myself how basic I was because I was playing Mario, but I've found some respect in it. I found some respect in the cape. I respect it now, and I'm a big Mario fan. Can't deny it.
What about you, Alan?
I called myself a Kirby.
Joker's not out yet.
No. I called myself a Kirby One Trick the other day. But that's also not accurate because that implies I'm good at this game.
I mean,
yeah.
That's all relative, right?
Oh, God. I can't believe how many Fire Emblem characters are in the series now, though.
Yeah, and like a lot of them are very samey, which sucks, but
I agree. Yeah.
It's still cool to play as your favorite character.
Which ones are samey? Isn't it just Roy and Marth?
Marth, Lucina, Roy, and then Ike and Crom are the same too.
You just listed people and their Echo Fighters.
But that's
no.
like, that's kind of, I mean, part of the issue is that there is such a huge swath of them, you know? Like, Robin is pretty idiosyncratic, right? She's, like, they didn't come out with another mage one, but the rest, like, Lucina, Roy, Marth they have their, like, differences,
Right.
but other than that, like, they're super minor for the most part, and their play style is exactly the same. Like, a one Marth player is going to play the same as the next Marth player, right?
Pretty much. But,
All
like,
right.
what you're saying is, like, so if we take out all the Echo Fighters, then we have what? Marth, Corrin, and Robin? Like, that's it.
Was it? I also have Ike and Roy.
They could still be considered Echo Fighters.
Is Ike?
Yeah, like, Ike... I mean, when Ike was first introduced, his moveset is very similar.
Definitely the first iteration of him was super similar.
I mean, it's definitely not the same, but there are similarities, so...
Do you think the player base is big enough to warrant this many characters from Fire Emblem? Because to me, this is such a, like, out of left field. I don't know if Western audiences are as into Fire Emblem to warrant as many characters as they put, you know?
I think recently it is warranted just because of, like, how crazy, like, Awakening got. It's apparently saved the Fire Emblem franchise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, definitely recently, which is probably, like when Smash 4 and Ultimate came out, so definitely recently, like, Fire Emblem surged in popularity, like, big time, so...
I wanted a character, I wanted Alphonse from the phone game to be added.
I would have wanted, like, a Tiki or something, but she's an assist trophy, so...
Oh.
Yay! Was it Fire Emblem? We got Lyn and Tiki as assist trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Knight's assist trophy, too. Or the Black Knight.
Oh my goodness, he is.
Yeah, so... But yeah, speaking of, like, games that stand, like, the test of time, not Ultimate, but Melee is, like, still so prevalent in the competitive scene, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Lugging around CRTVs all over the esports scene.
Oh my
It's crazy.
goodness.
It's so... and it is, like, so hyped to watch. I love watching Smash tournaments. Despite, like, the Smash community is like the League of Legends community. They're just so toxic.
They are very similar. But yeah, Smash tournaments are super fun to watch, honestly. Like, the meme of Smash being a fighting game, quote unquote, lol lol lol, is no more, is what I'll say. I think a lot of people have a lot of respect in all fighting games now for Smash and how fun it is to watch.
Yeah. So, but yeah, my, like, little review, I definitely give it a thumbs up. A
very Netflix style of review.
Yes. I'm a little bit neutral. I want to play more, make sure I unlock everything before I give, like, final review, play, like, more online to test it, but it's definitely solid. I just think we hyped this game up so much, so it's hard to live up to that kind of expectation.
I agree, man. I feel like everybody... I don't think we did it to the last four in the same way we did it to this one, right?
Yeah.
Like, Smash 4 did not receive the grand red carpet that this game has gotten.
Yeah, which is strange, because when people started talking about this game in the first place, they're like, oh, it's just a port.
Huh? Maniacs! What part of this look like a port?
Yeah, they're just like, it's just a port. And then everyone's like, no, it's a new game. And then everyone just went like crazy. Like, this is going to be the best game ever.
I think the first reaction to it being a port was, like, pretty merited from what we saw from the trailers. The super early trailers, when we saw same old stages and not very much new in terms of, like, characters, like, texture. Like, Mario looked exactly the same, Pit looked the same, and we were all kind of like, oh. Okay,
yeah,
I guess we're coming out with another Smash.
Yeah, so... But, yeah, I just think it got hyped too much, but it's definitely a good game, and my, like, favorite game series are one of them, so I'm definitely going to be playing it forever. And maybe one day I'll go competitive. Who knows? I've always wanted to, but
Well, if you go to the Smash website and you go to the upcoming events, they've got dates for tournaments.
yeah, I mean, I know we're like there's locals around town, so I could always go to those and stuff.
And and also like anyone listening, if you disagree with Sal, feel free to at him and challenge him on Smash.
Bring it on. All right, but yep, that's it. That's what I was excited about.
If you start your trial, I'll challenge you.
Oh, I already got the online.
Oh shit! All right.
Hit the big bucks.
Yeah, because like my friends are my ex coworkers, I guess. They were like, "Hey, you buying Smash?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm buying Smash." And they're like, "All right, get online. We're doing this." So.
So that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for enthusing with us. If you enjoyed what you heard, share with a buddy so you can nerd out together. If you have recommendations for improvements, feel free to leave them in the comments. We're on iTunes and Stitcher, and our host is SoundCloud. Those comments and ratings really do a lot to help us improve the show and for podcast visibility. So, what was it? Thank you very much to those who do. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. We are at ThoseNerdsCast. We put updates on what we're doing, so check that out. And do you guys want to plug your social media?
Absolutely. You can catch me. I'm over at twitch.tv/Kahoy with 2 Y's at the end. And I stream Tekken, lots of Tekken, lots of Street Fighter, and League of Legends.
Ooh, League.
Oh yeah, Force is a big League guy.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And I am at Salzik on Twitter, at Mr. Salzik on Instagram, and I stream on my friend's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/whereissuspiria, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment.
And you can find me on Twitter at ArielEyes_. And recently I've been guesting on a D&D stream, which is at Reeves Twitch. That happens Saturdays at typically 6:30 Pacific time, 6:30 p.m. So I want to say thank you again to my roommate Forrest. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Happy to be on. Thanks, you guys.
I'm glad to enthuse with you as always. And thank you to the listener, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Goodbye.
Bye.